Viva la raza, yeah. What's up, everyone? It's a comic outlaw coming to you from my own little slice of heaven, if you know what I mean. And we're doing another WWE review over a man who's lies, cheats, and steals. Yeah, none other than one of my heroes, Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero himself, in this 3 disc DVD. Uh, Very cool. And let me just add on that Eddie Guerrero has always been one of my favorites. He's basically wrestling royalty in, in Texas. You know, the family of the Guerreros have been wrestling for a long time. They have a proud tradition of fighting and wrestling. They're one of the big wrestling families. As I recall, Roddy Piper even had a feud with one of the Guerreros back in the old days. I mean, that's how far they go back. This covers the life of Eddie Guerrero. And one thing about this, and this is just a small gripe, but I really like it when it tells the story first. Like, where it goes over the story, and you have an option of enjoying the documentary, enjoying things about their life, and it comes with this nice little booklet right here. Very cool. Unlike a lot of the other stuff, like it kind of gives you the matches through the DVD and you have to kind of look around. This little booklet's cool. Just one of those little added things that you get from the DVD. Has a lot of special features, has a lot of good matches. It covers Eddie Guerrero's career when he started in ECW, but he was wrestling much younger than that. He talks about his time, of course, in ECW. It has a great match with Dean Malenko, for example. It gives you a preview of what eventually they would get famous for in WCW, and then they would carry over in a team called the Radicals with Perry Saturn and I guess the forgotten and cursed Chris Benoit for his crimes, which I'll make no excuse for, but he was one of the greats. But anyways, this DVD covers such a wonderful aspect of Eddie's life. It goes over so many cool things, and it brings out the cheater, the trickster, and that's what I loved about Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was, even like back when he was a face in WCW, you could always see that machismo that always shine through. And I really think that when he went to WWE, he really came into his own, especially when he did his stuff with China, another person that may or may never be in the Hall of Fame, which he totally deserves it. And that chemistry between them kind of gave him his Latino heat, and it kind of gave him the fire for everything that happened next. And of course, Eddie Guerrero, of course, teamed up with Chavo Guerrero, Los Guerreros, which started that song, I lie, I cheat, I steal. And their vignettes are just so awesome. And they do have a lot of them in the DVD, which is really, really cool. Of course, they did Chavo Guerrero dirty when they had him play a white guy. It's just freaking horrible, stupid idea. But this really captures who Eddie Guerrero was to the fans. And it shows some of his best moments when he steals, when he robs Kurt Angle, when he robs this person, he robs that person. Of course, Eddie Guerrero coming down the lowriders, doing his Latino heat thing, his victory over Brock Lesnar. And the fact that he's one of the first big Latino champions to go over. That really doesn't happen too often. I mean, they gave Rey Mysterio a title run. It was horrible. They basically made him the squash guy with the belt. Terrible. Eddie Guerrero's run was different. People loved him, and unfortunately, he died young, which was very sad. After he managed to beat his demons, all the damage that he had done before ended up consuming him. But such is the life you live when you lie, cheat, and steal. Such is the life of a villain. You know what I mean? And Eddie Guerrero is just one of them lovable villains, and most notably, I love a lot of the stuff that he did in Luchadors. I loved his cruiserweight runs. I loved the stuff that he did with Rey Mysterio early on in WCW, moreover than WWE. The whole Sun thing just kind of like, he started the Latino World Order, which was great. You know, that was something different from the New World Order. It was a parody. I really enjoyed that. Like I said, Eddie Guerrero had a way of standing out or making himself stand out, even in situations when he wasn't supposed to. And you gotta love good old Bobby Eddie Guerrero. I highly recommend this DVD. Although it breaks up, it tells a story and then a match, story and then a match. Some people like that format. I do not, but it still tells a wonderful story. The matches are great. It's really worth watching. You get like I said, a fair idea of who the man was, and you get to see it through his matches too, which I think that's something that Eddie Guerrero will probably really want to be remembered for. So I'm gonna give you one more look. Viva la raza. The Eddie Guerrero story. Highly recommend picking it up. Buy it. Look up this man's matches. You will not be disappointed. Look up his vignettes. Look up when he's just punking someone. This man does not disappoint. This man will always put a smile on your face. R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero, aka Latino Heat. And as always, this is the Comic Outlaw, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.